Happy Friday to all my sisters out there and my brothers, because I know we have some brothers that listen and watch us. It's your girl, Author Erica, and I have my fabulous co-host with me, Author Kim, on this Friday evening. I hope everyone doing good, and thanks for tuning in to Wind Down Fridays with Give a Sister a Hug.
Yes.
And we so happy to be back in the
Yes.
building.
In the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before we start, make sure you guys go over to Anchor and follow us. Give a sister a hug on Anchor. Go over to TikTok and follow us on TikTok and give a sister a hug. And also follow a sister love on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok
Yeah.
too.
On the TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we on TikTok. And
Yes,
also
girl. We on the
we'll give
TikTok.
a sister a hug. We're trying to get to 1,000 because we're gonna do our live Wednesdays, because we're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
Wind Down Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Wind Down Wednesdays is where we talk about everything, and we want to
You
take it
and
to
your mama
TikTok.
too.
Yes,
Yes. Yes. Yep. All everybody. Not in a
because
bad way, just having an open discussion with people, check in with people, make sure,
right,
people are cool. We got to check in now. We really got to push mental health. So, yeah.
yes. And
Yeah.
I'm glad she said that, because that's what our topic is today. Is about mental health. Let's talk about mental
Let's
health.
get into it, girl.
It's
Let's
not,
get into it.
yes, it's not the pleasing topic, but it's a topic that we do need to talk about, because
Hmm.
we all dealing with mental health in one way or another.
That is a fact. That is a fact. I'm gonna let me start. Let me just go with.
She want to take the lead, y'all, today.
Oh my God. Let me just go with mental health. I need not just. I mean, I deal with it. Um, Mainly just anxiety because people make me nervous because I don't trust y'all. But anyway, that's a whole nother story in itself. But mental health, like we really need to take a step back and look at ourselves and try to figure out what exactly that we are needing. Because we're missing something. And if you feel like I don't have anyone to talk to, I encourage you to find you a therapist, a counselor, someone you could talk to. And you might not even, need medication because we all know we were raised, ain't nothing wrong with you. Hey, just get someone and sit down, ain't nothing wrong with you. Just go do something. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't raised with, therapy is okay. We wasn't raised with taking, antidepressant or antipsychotic medicine. We wasn't raised that way. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Get your ass over and sit down. But the reality of it all is, we are suffering in silence and we need to do something about it. I post a lot of things dealing with domestic violence. And I know in this year alone, in just 2020, of everybody so far that I've been posting is, well, they've had some mental illness. So is that the excuse that we're using now to get away with murder?
Right.
I mean, not saying that you're not suffering, but why can't we find someone that we can trust? If you can't find anybody in your family that you could trust, then find somebody that you don't know. Pay to go see a therapist, and they got some for free. If you ain't got no
Absolutely.
insurance, it's always a way. You can't say it's not a way. It's always a way. If you
Like the
feel like
old
you
folks
need some
said,
help,
there's a will, there's a way.
that part. And if you feel like if you need some help, please go get it. It's okay, girl, boy, it's okay. Man,
Yeah.
woman, child, it is okay. Please, I am encourage you to please go get some help because, honey, you need it. Amen. Amen.
And a lot of that comes back to too, Kim, as we all know, in the Black community, we don't, we don't do therapists. We don't go
Hmm.
to therapists. We either go to the church or somebody in the family, and all the time that don't help, because the problem could be within the family. So let's just keep it real. Sometimes the problem is within the family. So sometimes you need that person that don't know. I went to therapy when my daddy first died. When my daddy passed away, it was a lot for me, because I went from having no responsibilities None. Get up in the morning, go to school, go to work. That's it. I went from no responsibility to every responsibility of taking care of my mama under the sun. And have to
In a
make
matter of
sure.
what, 24 hours? Let's if not even 24 hours.
Right, because
Mm-hmm.
I had came home. It was like 5 o'clock in the evening, and by 7 o'clock at night, my daddy was deceased. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like I went to therapy, and I needed that because hold on, my life done changed.
Mm-hmm.
How am I
Mm-hmm.
gonna cope with this? You know. And then
Mm-hmm.
my mama had just had surgery, which she was able to do a lot. She was walking, but all of her other illness didn't come on till after. Once my daddy
Mm-hmm.
passed away, maybe 2 months, my mama was, girl, having muscle spasm, checking her out the chair. I'm like, hold on, what's going on? So you need therapy. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I went to see a therapist. They didn't put me on pills, but you need someone to talk through those problems that you may be going through. And then
Mm-hmm.
even like my little problems, because I always had this thing that I always felt like my mama cared about my brother more than she cared about me.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the therapist was like, Erica, let me tell you something. He was like, I have a daughter, and I
Mm-hmm.
have another daughter, and I have a son. As parents, we don't worry about the children or the
Mm-hmm.
child that's doing
Mm-hmm.
what they supposed to do. We worry about the ones who out here giving us
Mm-hmm.
problems.
I hate
We
that.
losing
I,
sleep
I
over
I
them.
I hate that. I hate that with a passion. I hate that because you're treating us like we're adults and or we're that mature, but we're really not that mature, and you just threw us into something. And
Right.
now
And that's what
because you give it to us, because now we are the ones that can figure it out.
right.
So you trying to say my brother or my sister slow? Is that what you're saying?
And I was angry about that shit. I'm like, she
Mm-hmm.
always, looking after
Mm-hmm.
money and da 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 da, and she
Mm-hmm.
don't never ask how I feel and da. And the
Mm-hmm.
therapist was like, it was because she don't worry about you because she
Mm-hmm.
know that
Mm-hmm.
push come to shove, you're gonna be all right. But she
Mm-hmm.
knew he's
Mm-hmm.
in jail. That means
Mm-hmm.
he's giving her problems. He said, I have
Mm-hmm.
a daughter that's on drugs, but my other daughter and my other son, they're doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he said, and it is kind of neglect because we know
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna be all right.
Yeah.
But we don't know this one that's this problem child that's keeping us up at night, giving us headaches, sending out pressure. And I didn't understand that. But talking with him and getting through it was good. It helped me
Mm-hmm.
to understand, which I still, because I am who I am, I still feel
Mm-hmm.
like that. But
Mm-hmm.
it helps you to understand things. And it's not that you just laying like somebody told me, oh, you just laying on the sofa telling somebody your problems. No, that's not it. It's part of
They're
it,
going
but
to get to the bottom. They're going to get that.
absolutely
It's not going to be that session. You're going to have to go to a couple of sessions. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
you have to, because what they're trying to do is y'all trying to build up a trust within each other. And then within that trust, they're going to get to the root of it. And it's going to be something that you had no idea about.
right.
And at that moment, it's going to be a break for you. And it's either
It's
going to
gonna
be a
click.
good break or a bad break.
But
And if it's a
we
bad,
have to be in the black community, we have to
mm-hmm.
be open to it. We don't
Mm-hmm.
always have to go sit down with
Mm-hmm.
pastor. Pastor is great.
I
Don't
ain't
get me
talking to
wrong.
Pastor no way. That's just me. I ain't talking to him no way because I
Don't
don't
get me wrong, pastor okay, but pastor can't always solve my
easy.
problems.
He might be
But
your problem. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
that's here nor there.
Right.
Like, and we might not be able to talk to Auntie Sue, Betty
Right.
Blue, Auntie Betty. We might not be able to talk to those people. You have to have that person that don't know your situation at all.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to have a person that's, I don't want to say a middleman, but a middleman that don't know, because it's going to be your story, their story, and somewhere in there is the truth.
Is the truth.
So I'm going to have to try to decipher, because
The
you
truth.
don't want a person that's one sided. Because if they're one sided, then everything that you say doesn't matter, because they get you anyway. So
Right.
you need somebody that don't know, that can give you a different perspective of what it is. Because maybe, if you look at it instead of this way, How about look at it this way?
That's the way. Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
how about let's work on it this way? Instead of the way that you're going, let's work on it this way. I'm not saying this is the best way, but let's just try to see. You have to have an open mind. You have to be willing. If you want to get this, as I would say, this monkey off your back, then you have to be willing to
To
go
put
in
in the
there
work.
and be vulnerable and
Yes, big
talk to these
time.
people and tell them the truth about what's going on, and then they can get to the root of it. And then from that point, now that we know this is the key element that is triggering you, so now we can go and turn it into, okay, let's work through it. And every time this triggers you, this is what we do to work to it and keep you going, because we don't want to keep I'm tired of posting people because they, well, he had a psychotic break or she had a psychotic break and now they dead. Everybody done lost.
Right.
Everybody done
Everybody.
lost.
Yeah,
Because 9 times
absolutely.
out of 10 is family members. Let me say it again, family members. These are family members. That's checking out. It's family members. Let's if your family is so toxic to you, I'm gonna need for you to remove yourself from your family. And it's okay. It's okay to tell them no. It's okay to put, you have to set boundaries. That's the key word, boundaries.
Boundaries. And
If
it's
you,
called healthy boundaries too. You should have healthy,
absolutely,
it's healthy boundaries. And look at that story that you post up, Kim, that the grandpa, he had the food with the granddaughter, the daughter mama, the mama
three
mama,
generations.
three generations of
Hmm.
women
Hmm.
because, and it comes back to whatever happened in my house stays in my house. The whole thing, you got your auntie and your uncles. Oh, don't go by Uncle Bobo because he nasty. Fuck. Let's
Hmm.
put Uncle Bobo ass to rest. This man had to molest three generation of women
Three
and
generations.
you know, finally got charged for it after the third one.
Hmm.
So that's a problem. That's a
That is a
problem. Like,
problem. Hmm.
and guess what? We don't know how it affect them mentally because I'm quite sure their mental health was involved in it.
Of course, it fucks. I can speak for that. It fucks with your mental. That people don't understand. How can I say this? Because it's gonna probably sound fucked up. This is why I don't trust people, because I don't. You could be your own people. It could be your own people that can fuck you over, and then girl, you gonna be all right. Just pray on it, or just give it to God,
Right.
and then you
After
go,
they
and
done did
then
what they done did.
then you have to go through the whole. Well, if there's a God, then why would God allow you to do that to me? So then you
Absolutely.
have to go back around to, okay, let me refocus, let me find myself. But during that process, don't lose yourself with trying to find yourself, which is crazy. But you still deal with it mentally. I'm sorry, just like death. You never gonna forget it. You might not remember the day that it happened, but you're not gonna forget it. And then you looking at everybody because I'm supposed to trust you.
Right.
You're supposed to be my cousin. You're supposed to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be my uncle. You're supposed to be some. But that's not the case. It just don't go away. It don't go away. Some
It
people,
don't.
it
I
it
think
it turns, the people that I've talked to, it's turned them into, as the word that they will say, it'll be a hoe because you just sleep with everybody. But then you have some people that just don't. No, I'm not doing sex. No, thank you. It's just.
you just don't know because sometimes
Hmm.
you have been picked on
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
bad or
Hmm.
beat down
Hmm.
because of this. And then when you
Hmm.
beat down because of, or you've been sexual abused, or you're gonna be all right, you're gonna be fine. But
Hmm.
you don't know how that sexual abuse hurt that person.
Hmm.
And then that person cut off sex completely and can't trust a man when that might be their life partner. But because, oh, don't worry about it, you're gonna be all right, and not
Who
being
gonna be all
healthy.
right?
Right. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
you don't, I feel like everything you have to talk about stuff. You just can't
Mm-hmm.
go to sleep on everything because if you keep going to sleep on it and you keep going to sleep on it, it's just gonna keep on manifesting. It's gonna keep on manifesting. It's gonna keep growing, and you're gonna have a breakdown. And at some point, you're gonna hurt you or somebody around you. When we should
Mm-hmm.
have family to
Mm-hmm.
say, let's go get some help.
Mm-hmm. If not
Just a
family, at least a friend.
friend, somebody.
Let me tell you, let me put it all the way 100. If you ain't got a friend that's gonna sit up here and tell you the motherfucker real, then you need to go find one. Because a real friend is not gonna sit up there and girl, boy, a real friend, if that's what you're feeling, I need for you to go get some help. That's what a real friend would do. Because
And
that's what I would
like,
do.
because I used to fuss at Daryl, who I used to go with. Daryl lost his mom at
Mm-hmm.
a early age.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say the child is angry at the world because
Mm-hmm.
of his mama and nobody never talked to him. And
Mm-hmm.
we used to have long conversations because he would go to a point to where he wouldn't sleep, and when he do sleep, it's
Mm-hmm.
like his body got to crash, and he
Mm-hmm.
would be angry. And I was like, you can't keep being angry with the world because your mama deceased. Like, your mama was sick. And I used to tell him, like, you need to get help. Like, you want to go out, I'll fucking take off from work. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go sit down and talk to somebody about it, because you can't keep on walking around
Mm-hmm.
with this anger, because you
Mm-hmm.
got to get this off of your chest. And it was always, no, I don't want to talk to nobody. I said, why? I want to talk to you. Bitch, I can't help you because I'm batshit crazy too. I probably need to be on that
Right.
sofa too with you.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
I'll come
Let's
there.
do a double date with it. Okay.
Yeah, like, I, I'll come there to support you. Like, I'll be there with you, but I
Mm-hmm.
need you to get help with it. And he used to always say, when he get angry with people, you dead to me. And all that's anger. And I used to say, you can't be so angry like that. Like, you need to
Mm-hmm.
go talk to somebody. Like, you really need to talk to somebody. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not that somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but I could damn sure come with you.
Right.
And we sat in there together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm willing to sit in there with you. I'm willing to put a PTO in for your ass. And
Mm-hmm.
we go sit in, we go sit down and talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But he had been holding the anger so long. So, like, asking him, like, he angry, he's angry. Like, girl, when I say angry, and who, like, the child
Mm-hmm.
need help. And
Mm-hmm.
eventually, it's gonna burst with him.
It
And
is.
when Granny died, it hit the fan, because
Mm-hmm.
that's another mama who raised him,
Mm-hmm.
the left.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just this out of control, angry person.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell him all the time, like, let's go. I'll go with you. We could be fussing. If you need to go set in a therapy and you don't want to go, I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to talk to somebody. And that sometimes, and I know it's hard, but you got to keep on, because it's hard, because you don't want to see nothing happen to him. And that's the way I used to get caught up
Mm-hmm.
in with him. Like, you need to go, like, you worry about him, because sometimes he'll go and wouldn't sleep, and he have these little
Mm-hmm.
mood swings. But I had
Mm-hmm.
to let him go, because I'm constantly telling you what you need to do, but you're not doing it.
Right.
And it becomes a thing for you mentally, because it's like, I hate to let him go, but you fucking you killing my
My
mental
mental. Yeah.
shit, cause
Yeah.
cause I'm constantly telling
Mm-hmm.
you need to, like, you can't be angry. And like, like, when I know it's hard. I don't know exactly, so I can only imagine it's hard losing a mom. I lost my daddy, and I guess it's different, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what daddies and mamas. Me and my daddy
Mm-hmm.
had so much. We did so much because I was the youngest. But
Mm-hmm.
I was glad, and people look at me. I was glad my daddy was home with me when he died, instead of being in the
Mm-hmm.
hospital, or he sat on the bus and died by himself. Like, I was
Right.
glad my daddy wasn't alone. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I hold on to that. Like, I hold on to those days that I don't think I could tell you about January 25th, 2010. I could tell you everything about that day, but I don't hold on to that. I hold on to the days we was
Mm-hmm.
in Arkansas walking up the hill with our backpack going to the store. We just evacuated for Katrina and we going to sit in um Waffle House. I hold on to the days that we have, but therapists helped me to get through some of that because I was angry for a while because I'm like, why you left me? Like why you this? And it was just a whole lot. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to get it out of you because eventually if you don't,
He's gonna
you
eat you alive.
and I with Daryl, that's what it's doing, eating him alive. But he refused to get help. And I know some of y'all probably be like, well, Erica, what you do? What you do with those kind of people? Sometimes you just gotta let them go. You gotta love them enough and hope
Let him
that
go.
one day
Absolutely.
that they
Mm-hmm.
get the help because it was affecting my mental. Just keep constantly dealing with his attitude,
Mm-hmm.
being a girlfriend of his, dealing with his attitude, dealing with this and dealing with that. Fuck you, fucking with my mental now. So now, motherfucker, I gotta make a choice and let your ass go. But at the same time, you still thinking like you
Mm-hmm.
hold all this, but sometimes you have to protect your mental too, because everybody just don't be ready for it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we have to check up on people. Like that's another thing that we gotta check up on our people. We can't just say, "Well, fuck," you know, Betty Sue over there, and we know Betty Sue having a hard time,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's nothing but to just send a text or leave a note on the door. And she
Mm-hmm.
may not respond, but you know, you're gonna hope she read the note or she hope she read the text and
Mm-hmm.
respond. We gotta always check up on her. And I feel like another thing that as far as mental health, men, you know, we don't check up on men. Men deal with mental health. You know, men deal with mental health and they do it silently.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They pride. What a man is, they pride.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
it's
Lord.
crazy. Lucky. Um, I actually text Lucky, like I'm calling to see how you doing, but I'm calling to see how you doing mentally, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to check on your mental. And I thought he was gonna text me. He called me, and I was like, "Why you call me? Why you just didn't text me?" He was like, "I just want to say thank you personally." I said, "Why?" He's like, "Don't no fucking body check on no man mental health."
Come on.
I said, "What?" He was like, "Don't no fucking
Mm-hmm.
body health." And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You think so?" He said, "I know so." And he was like, "For you to call me," and he was like, "And we just had a fuss." I was like, "Yeah, why I can't check on you mental? Like, it's okay to check on a man mental health because they're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with shit too."
Yeah, they the main ones that need it.
Because their best shit crazy.
Ooh.
And it's okay, sisters. If you have friends, if you have brothers, it don't have to be your boyfriend. It could be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Check on his mental. Just shoot him a text. Be like, "Hey, I'm checking just to check on your mental. I
Mm-hmm.
want to know how you doing mentally."
Mm-hmm.
I did
That's a
that.
good thing.
Yeah, I did that to Lucky. Lucky unload some shit. I was like, "Ooh, all right, gotta go."
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the thing. He was just like, "Thank you," because don't nobody give a fuck about a man mental health.
That's true. It's sad, but true.
Let's check on our men. They might give us some flack about it. We need to check on men
Mm-hmm.
and women and our teens
Mm-hmm.
because our teens are dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They need it too. Yeah, we need to start with them young. If you recognize that your child has some issues, be the parent and take them to get the help that they need because they need it. Because if you don't take care of it when they're young, when they get older, definitely going to be a menace to society. And then, the help that he need I'm gonna say he needed, you know, honestly, blood is on your hands because you as a parent failed that child. Now, I can't sit up here and say once you get 20 and 30, you know, it's still a choice. It's still a choice, but you still have blood on your hands because as a parent, you still failed that child.
Right.
But I don't
And when
blame
they
you
was younger.
fully. Yeah, I don't blame you fully, but I do blame you some because, you know, you could have done more than what you done.
And you have some boys, you got the grandpas and the uncles, man up. You're a man.
Understand that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they're
And that's
not,
what's
they're a
wrong with you now,
child.
Tyrone. That's wrong with you now.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
little
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone is a child. He needs to be in the child's place. Like, don't
Mm-hmm.
hear him in his chest talking about he a man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they get this thing and they become these grown men that holding in and holding in this and holding in that. And they're frustrated and, they're going to hit and hurt somebody because
Mm-hmm.
they're letting out all that frustration. So, men in the Black community,
Mm-hmm.
we got to talk. Like, men, you got to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, find a therapist if you feeling down. Uh, it's
But
okay
wait
to
too
feel.
long because you can have a down moment, but if you stay there and you can't seem to get yourself out, that's when you need the help. Period. Not I'm down for a little bit and then I brought myself. You know, it might take a couple of days, it might take a couple of weeks, but if you stay there and you can't seem to shake it, I need for you to call the therapist.
And I mean, that's why us as females come in at men. We have to check on our boyfriends or our better halves,
Mm-hmm.
because we just never know how they're feeling. A nut can't do everything. Like, they might think that, but it could relieve some, but
Just a little, Prasha. Just a little. You know, not a
it's
lot.
just easing up
Just
for a little bit, but that,
a little. Mm-hmm.
females check on your boyfriend, check on your husband, or
Your
your
brother,
side piece, your
your
brother,
cousin.
whomever.
Yeah.
Check in and see how they're doing.
Check on your strongest friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Check on your strongest friends. And if you see a post, if you see a post that might be a little bit of a sublimate, I can never say that word. It's not sublimation, subliminal message. I need for you. Then, because that's a start. That's a little bit of a. That's a start. That's a cry.
That's a
That's a.
sign.
Hey, it's a tear. That tear didn't dropped. I need for you to pay attention. Pay attention,
Something
please.
in the ordinary of their posts.
Mm-hmm.
Something different about their posts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, check what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate when Kim do it to me. She do it to me if I go away a little while. Hey, what you doing over there? Minding my business. Minding a business that pays me.
I gotta make sure you all right at the end of the day. Make
But
sure your crazy ass didn't go off that damn bridge. Cause you be trying to teeter over there. Bring your ass back. Get away from over there.
come on
Mm.
over this way. Yeah, it's okay. That's why it's important that we have sisters. That's why it's
Mm-hmm.
important that we have that sister that we can talk to. That's what give a sister a hug for, to bring us as sisters together, because I done
We need
teetered
it.
over. I
We
done
need
teetered over
somebody.
to that bridge a couple of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
So
We need somebody. You know, even though we sit up, I don't need no motherfucking body. You need somebody.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
wish you had that one person. I don't care if it's your cousin. I don't care if it's your best friend. You wish you had one person that will have your back the way you will have theirs. We all want that one person. It'd be good if we had several, but if we got that one good Judy, we good.
And I mean, you
Most
don't
definitely.
have to. I see my mama and her friend Brenda. My mama and her friend Brenda, they don't talk for months, but
Mhm.
they check in with each other periodically. Hey, girl, what you doing over
See,
there?
that's the catch. It's two-way street. Not is not a one-sided relationship. You
No,
can't. Ooh, I ain't gonna say no name, but you can't just sit up there and call me and you unload on me and you don't even ask me how the fuck I'm doing.
Absolutely.
But
Because
then when
Brenda
I
was
call you, I can't get you to answer the motherfucker phone.
now my
Oh,
mama would call Brenda. My mama just recently called Brenda and she was in a nursing home.
oh, okay.
And they hadn't even talked, for a while. Now when my mama first got there, you know, she called her, and when Brenda got sick, she called my mama. But it's like, they go off and they say what they gotta say, and you look, they gone again.
But and
And
that's
they
the
don't
thing.
talk
We
another.
but you don't have to talk to your
No,
if
you don't
I'm
have to
your
talk to
true
that good
friend, you
friend.
don't have to talk to him every day. But long as if I get, if we talk once a week, once a month, and we, or a couple of months. But when we talk and you listening to me and I'm listening to you and we get, you know what I'm saying? It's a tit for tat. It ain't, girl, let me tell you about what Jethro did and but you didn't ask me how I'm doing, girl. I'm laying up in the hospital, barely doing whatever, but you ain't asked me not one time, am I okay? But then I
Absolutely.
got to listen to you about you and Jeffro. Girl, I don't give a fuck about you and Jeffro right now.
And they little conversation start off, oh girl, I'm doing this, and oh girl, and she telling Marie, and then they done left that alone, and girl, you heard about so and then it's
Girl.
just like this whole, okay, then,
Mhm.
girl, I'm gonna talk to you later. My arm's
Mhm.
getting tired. I can't hold the phone
Mhm.
no more.
Mhm.
But it's just that conversation, girl, how you doing? That's
Mhm.
the first thing Brenda be like, girl, what you doing? And then
Mhm.
Marie like, girl, what you been doing? How your back doing?
Mhm.
And then they
Mhm.
done said that, and then they done, girl, you heard about so and so in the family or whatever, and then they laughing and talking. All right, girl, my arm's getting tired. Then they go away
Mhm.
because they don't talk every day,
You
but
don't
they
have to.
did check up to see, hey, how you
Mhm.
doing? What you up to?
Mhm.
Like
Exactly.
Kim said, the street is two way, not just one
Yeah.
way.
Mhm. There it is.
So mental
Mental
health is
health
important.
is very important, and let's kind of tiptoe, just tiptoe with I might say the name wrong, but I think when it comes to mental health and being bullies to people that you don't agree with, you can cause that person to have a mental break.
A judgment.
That's part of mental health. You don't want nobody to judge you, so why are you judging them? And nobody asked you for your fucking opinion because your opinion does not matter. Because at the end
For
of the day,
yourself.
your life is over there, their life is over here. The only difference is you, because it was brought to your attention. That doesn't mean you need to speak on it. Doesn't mean you need to do anything about it. Because what exactly are you gonna change? Your opinion is saying what?
And just because their life is publicly, it's still not your place to judge.
If he's gay, he's gay. If she's gay, she's gay. Mind the business that pay you. Leave these people alone. They don't care. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we all, let's just say, we got this, 100,000 following, and just like the beehive, you got a real ride or die beehive. You right? So with all that being said, if we all come together and we say we're gonna attack this person, now every out of the thousand, I mean 100,000 people, I mean you might get 1,000, 10,000 people that, yeah, fuck this and. If I got 10,000 people that saying negative things to me, how is that supposed to make me feel?
Like shit.
How am I supposed to take that in? But I should be all right, right? Because I got a little coin. I should be all right. But names do hurt. Words do
Do
matter.
hurt. Words hurt too.
Yeah, they sure
Just
do.
because I walk around with $100 bills, I can't take them $100 bills and
Mm.
and make me feel good.
It because it ain't gonna make you feel good. That's why people have the OCD of, well, let me get up and I'm going to clean and well let me I'm going shopping and you shopping and you buying all this shit and it does what for you because you only got a 30-second or a 30-minute gratification and that's it. Now you look around and you still sitting there lonely by your motherfucking self with no friends and no family. Now what? Well, I don't have nothing else to do, so let me go ahead and, nobody don't give a fuck about me, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill myself. And it has something to do with y'all because y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up and leave people alone. Mind the business that pay you.
You dropping these comments and you judging people. We
Them
not
church
here.
folks is the main ones that's judgmental. I'm just saying.
God ain't put none of us on this earth to judge nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And just because you wear blue hair, don't give me no right to judge you.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you have tattoos in your face and piercing in your face, don't give me no right to judge you.
If you ain't saying nothing to me or doing nothing to me,
And
I
hurt
mean, it
me
might
in any
it
way,
it might look different. I mean, it is a little
it's
different.
different.
It's
Everybody is
different.
different because
Then
we
you
all
got,
different.
all that. But at the end of the day, it was your choice. It wasn't my choice. I might ask you, did that shit hurt? Because it looked like it's painful.
Right.
But but I'm not gonna do it in a disrespectful way. Hey, what does that mean on your face? There's a reason why people do shit. And if I'm curious, I just have a question. No disrespect. And sometimes you better watch how you do that because they might not be in that space because it's really none of your business on why they did what they did.
I mean,
Go ahead.
people should be able to express themselves in any shape, form, or fashion that they want. We all are different. We
Mhm,
None of us are the same. We
mhm,
all are different. Like I don't like to wear heels, and I'm a girl, so that makes me a boy because I don't
mhm.
like to wear heels. I don't like to wear makeup because I don't want that shit on my face to break my face out.
Hey,
That's just
what you
me.
see
That's
is
just
what you say. What you see is what you get. I got a little lip gloss on, some Carmate. Okay.
right. And it's just people judge people so much,
Mhm,
and you don't know how your words affects people.
mhm, mhm,
It affects people in ways that you really didn't know. And we have so many of these internet bullies that use their
mhm,
fingers to make people feel bad. For what?
mhm, mhm. Because it
For
did
what?
what to you? It did
What they
what to
did to
you?
you? Because guess
Nothing.
what? The person who you judging, they don't even fucking know you. They don't even give a fuck about you.
Okay.
So what gives you the right to fuck with somebody? What gives you the right to sit on the fucking internet and call this person ugly, fat, dirty?
But what cracks me up is when you find out who the person that sent the shit, you be like, wait a minute, I know you didn't even fix your motherfucking mouth to say a damn thing. The way
The
you
truth.
looking over there. Really? But see, two wrongs don't make a right. God gonna fix you. Have a quality day.
And sometimes I find that people try to dish they shit off on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling ugly, I'm gonna make you feel ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. Don't make me feel ugly. Take care of
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Because
Mm-hmm.
I ain't do you nothing. People
Mm-hmm.
people tend to want to dish their shit off on you
Mm-hmm.
because they
Mm-hmm.
feeling the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just
That's
because
that,
I'm happy in my skin, don't come fucking with me.
that's like that boy Christian, I'm probably gonna say his name, Umbuselli. If I'm saying his name wrong, he's the one who was murdered by his white girlfriend, in Miami. Now he's black, she's white. He's from here. Um, I posted it because it's domestic violence related, but then come to find out, he don't like black people. Um, but still, you have to think about all that has to come back full circle because now you're on your own, which is sad. It's, it's sad. You
It's,
can't be a bully to people. You can't sit up there because whatever the fuck you put out here in the internet, somebody is gonna find it.
whatever you put in the atmosphere, it comes back to you too. So remember what you put out, it comes back. That's just like I was online and Dwayne Wade's son. Zion Wade is his name. Is her
I think
name
okay.
Zaya? Zaya. I
Zaya,
think
Zaya. Okay,
Zaya. I
okay.
think that's her name.
Her.
And
Okay.
how people was just making fun of her because she was with the white boy in her picture. Like,
So are
what?
they mad at the fact that
White? What they?
Zion now identifies as a female, Zaya, and now that Zaya is in a relationship, she's in a relationship with a white boy. Are you upset at the fact that Zaya, I believe, is 14 and is kissing in a photo? What you mad for? Because my thing is to you, when was you humping and sweating? Because we all know, we all grown here. Were you trying to tell me at 13, 14 years old you didn't have a boyfriend
Absolutely.
or a girlfriend? I'm
Right.
humping and sweating. So what's the difference?
Is
Gay or
is it
straight?
different
What's the
because
difference?
is it different because you see it and it's being publicized?
I think that's what that is.
Because I don't see what the problem is because we are
Mm-hmm.
all free to date whomever we
Mm-hmm.
want to date, whether they're black, white, green, or purple.
Mm-hmm.
So he's free. She's free to date whoever
Mm-hmm.
she want to date. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why we bullying this child?
And remember, just key word, child.
Right? Because she's
Child.
14. What,
I believe she's
14,
14.
15? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's still a
Mm-hmm.
child.
Child.
So
Mm-hmm.
that means the words that you as an adult are saying to her,
A child.
a child,
You're
she's
bullying
taking
a child.
she's taking that in. You may not
Because you can't.
see it.
Okay.
You may
Okay.
not see it because you don't know what she's feeling when the
Mm-hmm.
lights go off, when the cameras go down,
Mm-hmm.
and everything goes away, and she's
We
in
have to
that bed.
deal with our own day-to-day stressors just to be who we are and be comfortable with who we are. And then because I am free and comfortable with who I am, and then here comes you, what is it? I don't want to say Twitter fingers,
Internet
but you
trolls. They call them internet trolls.
okay, that's just typing away. You mad? Are you mad because you're gay and your family won't accept you for who you are? So now you want to throw hate on this child?
Oh, this teenager, this child.
It's child.
And I mean, and that's the problem. That is some of the problem too. That goes
Mm-hmm.
back to teenagers committing suicide
Because
because
that's on the
they're
rise.
scared. Because they're scared to come out of who they are and express who they are
Mm-hmm.
because you have so many people with opinions and judging them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you constantly bullying a child and that's with an adult or whatever, but it's more in our
Mm-hmm.
teens. When
Mm-hmm.
you constantly bullying that person, they're gonna commit suicide. So now that that person will commit suicide, so how your ass feel knowing that your
Mm-hmm.
words
Her
come
and
from
that
this?
actually happened. I don't remember the child's name. I ran across it was on TikTok. Girl, you can find everything on
Yeah,
TikTok.
I did. I
Jesus.
think that when the little girl commit suicide because she was
This what
being.
this wasn't a girl. This was
It
a
wasn't
boy.
a girl. I know they had a
Uh-uh.
girl. She commit suicide too because she was being bullied on TikTok.
This one was being once he came out as
Mm,
gay, his religious parents kicked him out.
wow.
So then he went to an auntie's house. And of course, once we start, everybody in the family start talking. Oh, well, you can't stay here because we don't know what Uncle Buddy didn't see yet. So you can't stay here. So he made himself somewhere else. And by the time he got there, pretty much she was saying you have to go. So he was just like, at this point, I have nobody. So he ran across this man, Uber. He was an Uber driver. The Uber driver found him a hotel, made sure he got to his next destination. Wherever he made it out, it was out of Texas somewhere. Once he made it out of there, he ended up killing himself. And his letter was he just couldn't deal with it anymore because nobody wanted to be bothered with him. He wanted his ashes to go back to the Uber driver because the Uber driver was the only one that showed him any type of kindness. So he had to fight because his parents said, I don't want his body. I don't want his ashes. I don't want none of that. Your own parent because he was gay. Y'all push these kids into doing the unthinkable because y'all
Right.
expect them to have a grown adult mind when they don't. They still
Mm,
a child.
right. And I mean, we gotta get out of this thing of judging, accept
Mm,
people for who they are.
period.
Because we all are different. Like, I'm different, Kim different. I'm gonna do things different from Kim. Kim gonna do things different from me. Kim might not like tattoos, but I got a shitload of tattoos.
Mm.
And she might not have none. She
I
might
got
have
I got
few.
shitload too, but you just don't see them. But
You don't see, you maybe see
yeah. Right,
maybe two of mine. But we
right.
gotta stop. We gotta stop judging people, because when we sit down judging people and saying these things on internet, being these little
Mm-hmm,
internet trolls, you don't know how your words affect a
mm-hmm,
person. And
right.
as God said, we have the power of our
Mm-hmm.
tongue.
We should. Ooh,
Have
word.
we
Mm,
have the power of our tongue. So we need to stop using the power of our tongue in a negative way and in a positive way.
yep.
Because if not, we're gonna keep having kids that's in the closet about their sexuality and committing suicide because they're not comfortable. If they come out, I'm gonna be judged. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be ridiculed. I'm gonna be judged. I'm gonna be this. We gotta stop that, because guess what? In one shape or form or fashion, you fucked up too. Yes, I'm fucked up. We all, we all have flaws,
Ooh, a lot of
and
them.
right,
You don't
and
want nobody to judge you by yours, whatever that may
absolutely.
be.
So we gotta think about when you sit down at the keyboard and you want to judge somebody, think about your flaws and all.
Mm-hmm,
Think about how you want somebody to accept your flaws and all before you type anything.
mm-hmm,
Before you even judge anybody by the way they look, their sexuality, what they do, what they wear. Think about your flaws and all,
mm-hmm.
and how you begging for other people to love you and your flaws.
Okay,
So, with that being said,
okay.
let's make sure we checking
Mm,
on our strong friends. Let's make sure we checking on our sisters, cousins, especially our brothers, our
mm-hmm,
uncles,
mm-hmm,
and our male friends.
mm-hmm,
Because mental health is real, and we need to check in and make sure they're good.
mm-hmm,
And everybody not gonna respond the same. Men not gonna respond. Men gonna respond differently, but just check up on them. Let's check on our people, because we're losing too many to mental health,
mm-hmm,
suicide, drugs, um,
mm-hmm.
all of it. So that's it.
Yep, that's
Let
it.
us know what y'all think about it. Let us know if there's anything that we can do as far as finding resources.
Yep.
You know, because mental health is real. We gotta listen to one another. We gotta stop all this judging people, and we need to start listening more.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Come on with that word. Come on with that word.
So
Dude.
stop using our tongue in negative ways. Let's use it in a positive way. You see a kid on in the street struggling. Give them a positive word. Not no
Mm-hmm.
bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all Mary had, little man.
Well, it was nice talking to y'all. Thank y'all for checking in with us. We'll see you on next Friday. Come back, leave us a comment if you got something to say you want us to talk about. We open for discussions. You follow us on the anchors. And I think we's on the anchors and the apples and the Shopify. No, that's Jesus, not Shopify, Spotify. My bad. Shopify, use Spotify and the Apple and them. Yeah, go on over there and listen to us. And we trying to get our numbers up so you can find us on the TikTok. So follow us, give us a hug on the TikTok too, so we can get the numbers up so you can see us loud, laughing in motherfucking color.
Yes, yes, yes. So happy Friday. Take care. Before we
Mhm.
go, drop a positive affirmation.
I should remember you're gonna do this. Damn it. Let me see. Let me find one. Be the best you can be. Be the best that you, not nobody else, that you can be. Amen. Amen.
Mine is love is love. That's what it is. Love is love.
Always. Okay, love is love. Okay.
So happy Friday. Take care. We love y'all. And be safe. And stop
Mm,
judging people and check on people.
facts. Yeah. Okay.